Not bad, you. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. Not feeling that good.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. First play, and Young is going to throw it. And his first look is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
52.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. The Packers at 4-5, a game under 500, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Ready up. On the ball.
Now a first down throw for Young. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And it's second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
On second down, Young. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
A little bit of of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it. Down the right sideline, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Yellow. White. White.
Young working out of the gun. This will be caught by Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready.
It's Young on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Red. Cycle. Ready. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And now it's 3rd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Striker. 3-3.
Off the play fake, Young. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Reset. Ready.
Young. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chargers 7.
Let's go.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
52 blaster.
try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Red, yellow. Ready.
Throwing. Love. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Following the interception, Young. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Love. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Wilson, 27 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Ready, ready. Ready.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Drill, 52. Ready, ready.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. Out of the gun, it's Young. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago, and 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here is Young. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Young. Touchdown, Packers. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be out right at the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Flush to his right. That is caught by Laporta. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Love. That one complete. It's tanked down. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Young. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. There he goes left side. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Now is signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Love now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the tight end, Laporta. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw now. Here's Love. Caught left side. Here's Dell. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Straight ahead, Walker. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Young to throw it. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Green Bay Packers. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught at the 20. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Love, they go play action now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Man open, it's Goodwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready?
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. This is McCaffrey on the give. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by McManus is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try for the first with Walker, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Takedown, 73 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
It's Young on 1st down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Quad red. Set.
Young now. Rolling to his right. Another catch there for Waddle. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one.
He's got a man. Complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Takedown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Chargers 28, Packers 20. Daniel
Following the
Carlson
touchdown,
set to
ready to
kick
kick it away is Carlson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Goodwin. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Smash, red.
Young will set to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Green Bay Packers. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now here's Young. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
That's good. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right, white. Hut, hut.
Throwing, Young. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here's Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. And he's brought down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you You didn't jinx it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On is the Chargers punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Oh, it's a wobbler here. Able to fight through one tackle. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Johnny. That was a great game. I really appreciated that. Thank you so much.